Ndị be anyị ekenere m unu. Asị m ka nke e chiri ya zelu. Asị m unu ụtụtụ ọma, ehihie ọma, mgbede ọma, site n'ebe isi wee na-esore anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa na Eastern News 24. Anyị si na ọ ya dịrị onye ọbụla na mma kada bụ ndị na-esore anyị n'ilu akwụkwọ n'ihe anyị na-ebe dị iche iche. N'ụbọchị nke taa anyị si na ọ ya dịrị anyị Igbo na mma na anyị yarị ka echi na echi ede agwụ agwụ. Ife anyị na-akpọ ya bụ ife wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ ife anyị na-akpọ ya bụ morning tea n'ilu akwụkwọ. Ihe a bụ gbasịta maka ya bụ ihe na-eme na obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya, ana gbasịta maka nwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azọ. Dịka o si dị, o nwere ihe Biafran Prime Minister kwuru n'ilu akwụkwọ nwetara unu ka unu ga-ya bụ ife, unu ga-esi ya bụ ife na tinye alụ nke unu ife unu chere gbasịta maka ihe ndị a niile o kwugasị n'ilu akwụkwọ dị iche iche n'ụbọchị nke taa na morning tea. Dịka ị na-ege ya bụ ife, dropkwara your own comment n'ilu akwụkwọ, ọ dịkwa nnukwu mkpa. All right, over to you, sir.
That I have been wondering about is in relation to our lobbyists. I know that we will
not entertain any question about lobbyists. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Keep the light shining. We are with you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, our own Betty. Thank you so much. We move. All right, the hands are up and we're going to bring them. Please, 1 minute now, going forward, 1 minute, bring your question, and then the next person will take the microphone. And I give you the microphone. Simon EKPA Pikin, you have 60 seconds, please. Go ahead.
Good evening, my people. I greet you. Once again, I want to thank my Honorable Prime Minister, Simon EKPA. At least I have learned a lot through him by knowing that Igbo can generate a lot of wise and intelligent people. I honor you, my PM. Then I want my PM to make a little reference concerning this, after this convention in Finland and we declared our freedom. Then I want him to give a little reference on how we are going to deal with Nigeria, or how international community is going to put their eye on how Nigeria is going to treat our leader, Nnamdi Kanu.
I have addressed. I have addressed that. You just watch and see how it unfolds. If you're listening, you know that I have addressed all these questions you're asking here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi Simon EKPA. I greet you. This is the question I wanted to ask.
All right. Thank you very much. That has been taken care of. Thank you so very much. We move. All right, and it's good that was taken care of very quickly. Please, see Vibes. Unmute yourself and bring your question, please.
Okay. Good evening, my Prime Minister. Good evening, everyone on the space. I thank you all for this day. Okay, my question is just simple. What I want to ask is that how will Biafra handle issues of borders, citizenship, and governance after independence?
We have a constitution. Can you mute yourself, please? You have to talk it. There is a noise. So Biafra,
mute your mic.
Biafra have a constitution which will be adopted in the convention, and those constitutions have addressed the issue of border crossing, the issue of citizenship, and all that is well addressed in the Biafra constitution. So you don't have anything to worry about that. Just keep your fingers crossed. After the convention, the Biafra constitution will be public.
All right. See, Vibes, are you good with that? Do you have another question?
Okay, my second question is this. Am I loud and clear?
Bring it on, please.
Okay. After that. Okay. What I want to ask is that how much support does the Biafra independent movement have from the people in the region?
You're asking how much support. When you have 40 states, when you have 40 United States of Biafra, have your map, have representative in all the 40 states. You're asking how much support you have. You have your support from your family members alone. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm done.
Okay, thank you. How much support? Every seat at home, you see this, so the whole of Biafra is locked down. Our votes.
No, he's talking about support. He's talking about support where 50 million people have voted. How many people do you have in Nigeria? I beg, just make somebody else coming.
Okay. All right, we move. Please go ahead and bring your question. Igbo, the progenitor of black. Please go ahead.
My Honorable Prime Minister, I greet every one of you in the House. My question is based on the immigrant treaty with the UN. Like we all know the situation the world are facing now based on the immigrants. How do we BIAFRA manage it in the situation whereby
Where are you calling? Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from South Africa.
Why are you worried about immigrants when you are immigrants in another man's land?
Yes, that is where I'm not worried. I'm just trying to emphasize one or two things.
What are you emphasizing? Because you are an immigrant in South Africa. So is if Mandela and co were emphasizing on immigrants, will you be there?
No, I will not be there.
So cut the question, please. You people should be asking something that is going to help, to explain certain things about the freedom, not about we are concerned about immigrant. Why you are there somewhere, somewhere's country, somebody else's country, and as an immigrant. If everybody was concerned about immigrant, you will not be there. So talk about something that will help. Talk about something that will help your freedom, not all this nonsense side talk about what will happen after your freedom. Talk about how you are going to get your freedom. Talk about the finance that is needed to get your freedom first. Talk about the guns and bullets you need to protect your women and children first. Protect your border. You are here asking questions about immigrants, and some of you are just asking questions that are not irrelevant.
Yeah, you should have waited. You see where I'm coming from.
No, because I know where you are. I know where you are going. If I allow you to say it now, you will still mess up. Do you want to say it? Do you want to continue?
Yeah, can I say it?
Okay, I continue. Let me hear you.
Yeah, where I'm going through based on because of what we have in the Islamic jihadists. Do we have a situation where we have to checkmate them so that they will not use those avenues to chip into us the jihadists?
Okay, have you finished?
Yeah, that is the angle I want to chip in.
Okay, you see, you still mess up. That's exactly why I stopped you from the beginning, because Nigerians are criminals. Nigeria breed criminals. Yes. So if Nigeria breed criminals, South Africans are worried about the criminality of Nigerians. Will you be there in South Africa?
No.
That's why I asked you to leave that talk. Now you have said it. Exactly the same thing I was thinking you are going to say is what you said. You said you have something different.
Okay, I think I rest my question.
Thank you.
I withdraw my question.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please, the next person to bring your question is brother. What's this, brother? Brother Van Van Van. Brother Van Van Van. Oh yeah, let's hear you.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. I want to thank the for this privilege. Sir, I've been following you closely and I've been observing everything you're doing. It has just been falling into place. So my own is not really a question. It's like an appreciation and also a soft reminder that you should please help us with a continuous update. Because we here, that is what we are feeding on. It's not as if we have a direct boss we work with or whatever. And in this part of the country, anything can happen to you. So you have to be very careful, especially with your device. So please help us continuously with the updates. As they are making the moves, help us with the updates. And this, what's it called? This, the constitution you talked about, because we here, we need to study it also. December 2nd does not assure us the fact that everything is going to be rosy. But based on the constitution and based on the things that will be happening, unfolding, we'll be able to trace our steps individually, because it's the individual effort that would collectively bring about what we seek to achieve.
That's just what I want to say. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right,
And God bless you all.
Thank you very much. We move, please. I want to encourage us to bring really demanding, engaging questions, please. And then who is opening their mic? Please, BIAFRA Liaison Australia. Let's hear you. Your mic has always remained open. Let's hear you. What do you have to ask? Please go ahead. Australia.
Hello, greetings. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Is that our daddy? Please go ahead, sir.
Greetings, everyone. Your Excellency. I'm just excited on this United Nations human rights treaties that you presented tonight. And I just want to say, now we begin to understand why the Vice President of Nigeria went to the United Nations, and we saw him on the sideline with the president of Finland. And when he got back home, the news media was twisted the whole thing and saying that the reason why he had the president of Finland on the sideline was to ask him to support Nigeria to become members of the United Nations. Now, we now see why Nigeria got only 2 votes, because the vice president himself that was soliciting for Nigerian membership was himself the leader, the sponsor of the terrorists that is ravaging the whole country. With what you stated and with all these human rights treaties, I could now see the saying that says overtaking is allowed. Today, it has become clear to the world that United States of Biafra has overtaken the zoo called Nigeria. So I just want to bring it to the notice of everyone that what our PM have just stated tonight has shown what kind of nation that Biafra is going to be. Overtaking is allowed, my PM, and I don't think Nigeria will have anything to say, especially their media, having understood what you share tonight and all these treaties Nigeria is supposed to be a signatory to, but unfortunately, they ignored because they don't know any better. And upon the violations of these treaties, they think they could bulldoze themselves to becoming members of a permanent, having a permanent seat in the United Nations. So overtaking is allowed, and unfortunately, Nigeria has messed themselves up. Kudos, Your Excellency, for leading us and for bringing to the world, showing the world what Biafra indeed is going to be. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Iwunze. Iwunze is the liaison officer of the Biafra government in Australia and the representative of the Biafra Pacific in Australia. So thank you very much.
Thank you, our daddy. We appreciate you, Daddy Iwunze. Thank you so very much. All right, we move. Please, Chidinma, bear with me. Let me bring up this person with the same image that is familiar with the image we see as always, antagonizing and attacking. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Mayor, I don't know if you is the same person that owns this account, but we are happy to have some of you here. The Igbo, there's one Igbo page. We are welcoming all of you. Please come here and ask the Prime Minister questions. Please grab the mic, Mayor, and let your question be precise and make it quick, please. Unmute yourself, Mayor. Mayor, we're giving you the microphone. Unmute yourself and go straight to the point. Mayor, are you ready to ask the question, or should we remove you from the speaker? All right, maybe he's scared. They're scared to confront the Prime Minister. I'll still leave you in the room. When you're ready, you come up with that question. Chidinma, please grab the mic until that Mayor is ready.
Good evening, my PM. Our honorable Pastor Van and the ministers in the house. I'm so excited. I don't know where to start because this is my first time. I've been trying to enter this space. This is my first time of coming into this space where my PM is addressing issues. I'm very, very excited. And the question that I wanted to ask, it just seems as if my PM knows what was in my mind. He treated it because I am part of this religious side that was so deep in me. All these things, when I realized that there is another means of transforming life to God without even preaching, what you'll be seeing live from people's way of living, just as it is in abroad. They don't talk much about Bible, they don't preach anything, but within what they are doing, your life will tell you that you are doing it right or wrong. So you don't need anybody to come and preach gospel to you. That is what the BIAFRA I'm about to see. I don't have question, and I know that a lot of people are waiting to speak. So I will not go much further than to say thank you, my PM, for specifying it, because I have a pastor that was like confused. She was very distressed about how are we worshiping human beings? It started from our leader, because when we used to say, nah, they can, is another savior. All these things sometimes it scared them, as if to say that we don't realize that there is God. It's not human being. But you have just said everything about this. Maybe if some people are like being afraid or being confused about, are we not noticing God again? And you know, you are aware, and you are aware of our leader Nnamdi Kanu, and your own way, as in he used to pray like pray, but your own is not, but you do more than we are seeing it in your action. The prayer is in your action. Even though that our leader used to pray and all this, but your own, we are seeing it in your action. Yes, these people are still like, they are like still confused somehow, as in, are we worshiping human beings? Are we taking him to be our God? Even from my own side, I've seen many times when I do a post, people say, what continue worshiping him, he is your God. I said, we are not what is not, nobody is God, and you have specified it today that you are not Jesus, so you don't even reach it. Thank God for this, because I'm happy to hear this, so that this particular this will be cut off to share to those people that are scared. Even when they say end time, they are like, this is what we are saying, you know, people will be against Christ. You have specified it, my PM, I'm happy. So that was the question that I would have liked to ask. And before I go off, because of time, I would like to sing this song. Nnabịa na mkpụrụ ikuru n'uwe pugo. Nnamdi mụtara nwa ka nwa mụtara wee mụta. People doesn't know what you have done in our life, because they thought when they are saying kidnapping, catch him. They don't know that millions of people that we have, not only just our leader, you have sowed a seed that is even beyond you that we have not known. But let me be coming down to finalize it by this song. If you Biafra, makana abụ m nwa Biafra o, abụ nwa Biafra o, Biafra maka. Let me hold this here. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
thank you very much, Chidinma. Continue to be coming down. In addition to that, I am, you know, I always confess Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior. In case anybody don't understand that, I am a child of God. I am a child of God, and a Jesus. At the same time, I have culture. I understand my culture, because culture is the way of life of people. So anybody that doesn't understand his or her culture is a lost person. So I understand my culture. I respect my culture, because it is the way of life of our people. So I respect, because at the same time, I embrace this so-called foreign God. I love Jesus Christ so much, and he is my personal Lord and Savior. It is my own personal business. It is nobody else. I'm not doing it to impress anybody, but I confess Jesus Christ as personal Lord and Savior. At the same time, I value my culture. I value Chukwu Okike. A lot of people don't even know what the Chukwu Okike. In those days, in our land, we have what we call Chukwu Okike in our compound. Everybody, we run about Chukwu Okike. It is a way to communicate with your own God. How you communicate with your own God is your business. So I can there.
Thank you. Thank you, our able Prime Minister. We are also honored to have our Chief of Staff. But Chief of Staff, please bear with me. There is this person here that probably have gone to gather some questions, and I'm really curious to have this face here. Mayor, have you gotten the questions now? I'm going to give you the last chance. Open your mic and let's see if we've got any question for the Prime Minister.
All right. Good evening. I have some questions, and some sincere questions I will need answers.
All right.
But
make sure you go straight to the point. Go ahead.
Before I start, I will have to say something. Please. There is a guy you called Umokoko. Raphael, I'm
please, I'm going to remove you. I'm going to remove you now if you don't ask your question.
It's very unprofessional who claims to be representing people to call someone Umokoko when you think that person asked a sincere question.
Please go ahead and ask your question. If you are not the Umokoko, ask your question.
When you conduct a space, I expect you.
Wait,
Raf, allow him to speak. Allow him.
I expect you to be more professional. You don't call people who might be a bit confused. You call them Umokoko on a space that maybe there are international people listening. I expect you to be more professional. That's my advice. Now, this is my question. I have been following, and my question goes like this. I have seen there are some situation here whereby there is an attack on the military personnel, and they invade villages, burning homes and markets, maybe abducting innocent youth. I want to know if there are plans, maybe after the said 2nd of December, to make sure that this type of attacks are minimized. This is my first question.
Okay, sorry. Before I answer you, can you be specific? What kind of attack will be minimized? You mean the military burning the villages and all that, or abducting our people?
Yes.
Okay, so so you will know that the military are burning and abducting our people, right? And your question is, what do we do to minimize it?
Yes. Is there any plan on ground?
Okay, all right. Let me answer you, please. Everybody stay quiet, please. Yes.
No, the distraction is coming from their end, so they are
okay. So everybody stay muted, please. All right. So yes, as a matter of fact, there is a plan, and the plan is what you see today, because the level of killing by the Nigeria terrorist army, that's what addressed them, because that's what they are, it have reduced drastically compared to what we used to witness in the past. And you can agree with me, no matter how bad you see it today, it was worse in the past. Prior to 2021, we saw worse attack on our land, and immediately Mazinam Kanu was kidnapped in 2021. They unleashed mayhem, the worst, massacre of our people, and burning of our properties and villages witnessed from 2021 to 2022, until I pick it up from there, and the whole thing begin to reduce. So we begin to make sure we attack them in self-defense. And so attacking them is not something that will, reduce their barbarism overnight. It's something that takes time. And that time it is taken from 2022 to 2023 2024, you cannot check yourself. Check those places they have been attacking before. Check Biafra land yourself and see the differences that we have made today. Today, we have reduced the attack to the brims, to the minimum. And it will continue like that until we make sure we evict all of them from Biafra land as we pursue the international recognition of Biafra. So that's where we are. We may not be able to stop them completely. Even them, they cannot stop, they are part of the terrorists in Nigeria. So they cannot stop every attack against Nigeria indigenous people. So we are going to make sure that we suppress them to the brims, to the minimum. And that's exactly what we are doing. So by the day, we reduce their strength until there will be no more. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that answer. And please, according to my research on the Biafra government in exile, I realized that the legitimacy of a government in exile depends on its local supporters in the grassroots levels. So I have also realized that there are some areas where there is a means of communication. I have seen you post something like a radio, and a radio, yeah. So, and in the part of Biafra land where I reside, I don't think there are people who know much about what is going on. So even some of them rely on me for some information, yeah, which I know few of the information I give them too. So I'm also asking to know if there are plans to make sure that everybody is carried along, maybe educated in some part of Biafra land, to educate them on what to expect after 2nd of December and why 2nd of December is very important.
That's exactly what we are doing here. So now, if you are one of the channel of their communication, you are in this space. So whatever you learn from this space, I don't know when you join, you can now go and continue your job like that, because no government will get everything right. And especially we that are in exile, because of the fragile situation in the homeland, we are in exile, operating from exile. So not even the so-called government have any influence in the homeland to control the communication or make everybody to be informed of what is going on. Many of the things happening, we in exile are the one informing people back home. Many of them don't know when terrorists come to their backyard and kill their neighbors. They don't even know about it. It is us that shares the information to the neighboring villages that they have attacked them, or they have attacked your neighbor, and they will begin to see it on social media. So it is something that takes time, and we are making progress in that aspect. So if you are the channel of communication to the Biafra that are where you are, you just continue that way. Make sure you tell them the truth and tell them what you know. Do not carry propaganda on behalf of the Nigerian government, because by the time they find out the truth, you become the enemy. Because they're going to find the truth. They're going to find out the truth one day. So if you are one of those who carry propaganda to them and lie to them, one day they're going to find out the truth, and then you become a bad person, and it may cost your life.
I'm saying this because not everybody, especially the grandpas in the village, and that not everybody is on social media.
Yes, so not everybody is on social media. But have you wondered how Biafra were able to gather almost 30 million votes and 50 million votes and counting? Nigeria government with all their radio and all that.
Dalụlinne na ụmụ ife ka unu si wee na-esoro anyị n'idu akwụkwọ na Eastern News 24 n'ụbọchị nketa anyị na-akpọ ya morning tea. Unu anụgonu ya bụ ife mgbakọrịta ụka ya bụ ife Maazị Simon Ekpa bụ Biafran Prime Minister or Biafran Public Government in exile, dịka o si dị n'afọ ka o si ada n'iru akwụkwọ. Gịnị ka ị nwere ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile kwugasị n'iru akwụkwọ dị iche iche dropụla ya on the comment section below. Ọzọ dịkwa ka ibe ya bụ na nke a bụ ụbọchị izizi gị na-esonyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ, onye na-afụ ya bụ ihe onyonyo anyị kaba alụ ka ị like ya and turn on notification, share kwe ka o wetakwa ndị ọzọ ụmụnne anyị dị n'ebe dị iche iche aka. Daalụ rinne na Igbo ọma na-ege ntị. Oge na-adịrị anya onye ndu ya apụta n'ụlọ mkpọrọ. ka emesịanụ ụmụnne m.